A lot of big news this entire week.
I know. I saw some pretty troubling news in my
What's your-
Facebook
what's
wall
your troubling
last
news?
night. Being a parent myself, this really affects
We're all
me.
parents here, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
are.
are
We
all
are.
parents
We are.
here.
Fortunately.
But you guys, I'm sure you guys saw the video that's been circulating in that post.
Yes.
Where
the
there's this,
schoolboys?
there's this
Really troubling.
young kid who,
Yeah.
allegedly, as what the statement says, is
imp?
is bullying some
Fighting.
fighting. That's what
Fighting.
it says.
Fighting.
Yeah. Is bullying these kids who are much taller than him, but doesn't make a
Smaller or
difference.
bigger?
Yeah. The kids are taller than him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but doesn't make a difference. And I don't know. What do you guys think about this? It's
Not cool.
For me. It's
Not cool.
Yeah.
It's just
It's not cool at all. I mean, but it's if anything that's going to be good to come out of it, it's just we'll put this into the front stage or put it under the spotlight because it's a tricky situation because everyone's talking about it, especially on groups like WhatsApp groups and Viber groups, because I think there was an issue sharing the video, or at least
There was,
some kind of legal implications
Because
because
they're
they're
minors,
minors,
yeah.
and it's in the bathroom. I don't know if that's got anything to do with it, but so when I saw it, of course, I didn't share it for. And also, I'm particular. It's a tricky thing. Now, I'm going to bring this up. It's not necessarily my point of view, but I'm going to bring it up anyway because there is a valid side to this of, are we just as bad by social media bullying of this kid?
right.
Once again, this is not my position. I'm just putting it out there because it is something that I think we should at least touch on. There are two schools of thought, and that one in my communities, there's different WhatsApp groups are different sectors of society. I mean, one of them is an MMA group, and
I can imagine what's happening there.
oh yeah, oh boy, and they're
Yung reaction na lang yun nakakatakot
and they're like full on champions in there, and they're all dying to sort of
Yeah, because this kid is a taekwondo athlete, right?
Yes, he
Yeah.
is. He's a practitioner.
Yeah.
As
Red
to what
belter.
He's a medalist, actually.
Yeah, and he's also a medalist.
Yeah.
Yun nga yung nakakawalang gana kasi
Does he do the sport for the country or for the school?
For the school is what we're getting. Yeah.
So,
I mean, nakakawalang gana kasi like look at this guy. I mean, what they teach you in martial arts is basically discipline
And respect.
And discipline and respect. Correct. Now, ang nakakainis kasi dyan is that this guy is using his training,
Skills, yeah.
his skills to beat up on other guys. I mean, come on. And it's not well, according to what I've been reading, this is not the first time that he's been doing this. Apparently, he's had complaints already. Three complaints by other parents that he has been bullying other kids, and they even said that his brother has been.
That's what I heard too.
Yeah, kicked out of the
kuya.
school. The kuya
No,
has been
I don't think he got kicked out. It's
kicked out though. Well,
Okay, well, anyway, they've been since the brother's time in that school. That was already happening, but it just they always got away with it for one reason or the other.
and the crazy part about it now is that the bully is now the one being bullied.
yes,
And that's what you were saying, kanina, James.
well,
diba
only because and once again, not my position, because I feel very strongly about this, because I think once we were talking about this off the air, and I was using it in the context of road rage. I said once you introduce violence as an acceptable language or medium to solve problems, that's it. You've crossed a very, very sacred line, and it's anarchy, because it'll just become about who carries the bigger stick. And we all know where that will lead. That will take us back a couple of 100 years, 300 years. Nobody wins with that. That's why we've evolved into a species that can supposedly use a voice of reason, and this just takes us back. Violence takes us back. Nobody wins there. So when you bring up that point about, are we being just as bad bullying the kid? In this particular situation, I think, if you're going to ask my personal opinion, I think that he's got to feel a little bit of it to understand, being able to empathize with what he's doing to other kids, right? There's no way you don't learn empathy from a book. You don't learn empathy from just being told. Sometimes you actually have to go through it. But there gets to a point where it's counterproductive. I mean, let's be mindful not to push so hard that we ended up just the hatred never stops. With the cycle of violence never stops. It's like you did this, so we're gonna do that, and then it just becomes everything's in retaliation, and it's unhealthy already. If I was to draw a perfect picture for this, it would be like let him feel the heat for a little while, and then go through the rehab process with him, and then really take him through step by step on the everything that he should learn about.
That's the big part, the rehab process, because we have to remember this is a kid.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's a minor.
He's what, 15, 16?
I'm not sure.
Basta junior high.
17 at the most.
Yeah.
If you're junior high, that's like grade 11.
Right.
That is true. Yeah. But again, he has his whole life ahead of him, and my opinion really here is that, again, he's a kid. I know that what he did was wrong. I myself was bullied as a youngster.
Yeah.
I was kicked in many places. But yeah, there is. This is because one of the people who bullied me is actually one of my best friends now.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Your wife?
no.
Because we can all relate.
I think it's a different kind of bullying and something.
Sorry, Chav. Because Coach always mentions wife's my best friend.
I know.
Finally, put two and two together.
Yes, she's now the love of my life. No, just kidding. But yeah, one of my best friends actually bullied me back in elementary school, and we let bygones be bygones. We moved on.
How did you move on? What was
Well, he said sorry.
Did
for
you
one.
bully him first and say, okay, quits?
No, actually,
Pasapak ka naman. Pasapak. Isa lang.
no, it wasn't really physical. It was more of
Oh.
a mental bullying. Like they were saying, he had some sort of a disease and that.
The torment.
Yeah, and then somebody would say,
Torments.
But it had the same effect. Until now, I still remember the moments when I was bullied. It was multiple times I was bullied in high school and also in elementary school. So that sticks with the person who got bullied. So we have to remember them also in this process.
Yes.
But
yes.
for the person who bullied, again, he's young. He has his whole life ahead of him. What's important now is that once he feels like what James said, that feeling of being bullied, or that once he gets that empathy, he needs to move on with his life.
Correct.
And be
Yeah.
better for it.
Correct.
I mean, this is still a life. That my stand here is this is still a life. And every life for me is precious. And because of that, there is time to grow. There is room to grow. And I just hope that they go through the right process to get to that point.
What concerns me now is all of the things that are going on in Facebook and in social media
it's
in
hateful,
general.
yeah.
Ang nakakatakot kasi ang daming the comments of people when they share the video, which I highly discourage. Pala.
Yes, please.
Stop sharing it. You see it on social media. They're on social media groups.
Have done it already.
I'm sorry.
The main networks already shared this morning.
And even last night, actually,
Sorry.
I was
But with
watching
the faces blurred.
Yeah, at least with
the faces blurred and the voices
which
were
is a
cut.
little
Yeah.
kind of late, but yeah, all right. At least
I
they
mean,
did that.
mali yun eh. Let's not fuel the fire even more. Kasi what happens here is that it'll snowball na eh. From an isolated case with this kid, all of a sudden, the parents get involved, which I think they really should be involved because they have to know what's going on with their child. As parents, it's our
their
monumental
responsibility.
Exactly, it's our
Actually.
monumental responsibility to know exactly what's going on with our children. That's what parents do, and the mere fact that their parents, or rather his parents, are not aware, or probably are aware, but they choose, to... I don't know what they're doing about it. I don't know what goes on in closed doors. We don't know the story, so we can't be that quick to judge. All we can see is what has happened in that video, and that's what got everybody angry. And that's something that we all have to take into consideration, the long-term effects of what what we're all doing to this kid now. What's going to happen to this kid 1 year's time? He's going to be... everybody knows his face now. They say that they blurred the face in
No, it's too
networks
late
and stuff.
now.
It's too late already
It's too late.
because people have already screenshotted the face.
Yeah,
they're
memes.
spreading it.
They're
There are
memes,
memes already.
T-shirts or
And
T-shirts.
t-shirts,
There's
stickers.
t-shirt. Well, I mean,
you know.
maybe it's a Photoshop T-shirt, but there are T-shirts now.
I thought you were kidding.
No. I mean,
It's very easy to make a
yeah,
T-shirt now.
Very easy to make a T-shirt now.
Oh, dude.
And what does it say in the
man.
T-shirt? His face and stop
Yeah, there's-
bullying, hashtag.
Parang
something
there's
like
like a
that.
question
It's not
about-
anything to do with stop bullying.
Again, I'm not saying what he did was right,
Right.
because it's definitely not right. But we have to think of all the parties here, not only him, but also the guys who were bullied. The school has to take responsibility.
Yes.
We put our kids in schools, and we really, give you the responsibility when they're in school. Whatever happens in the school, now guess here what the school was. It's your responsibility.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
the school has to step
We-
up.
That's I guess. Well, sorry to interrupt.
No,
but
no,
what,
it's okay.
what Coach is saying is vital, because I think that will determine the reaction from the public. Is while there's no firm stand from the school or from the associations that he's a part of, the public will get out of hand. They'll so
It
because-
already has gone
yeah,
out of
they've
hand.
already
I
gotten
mean,
out of hand.
wow.
So the school really needs to say, okay, wait, we're doing this and we're doing this now, and they have to act swiftly. Can I just read a message?
Go,
It's
go.
a random message I'm getting here. It's from Joyce, and she says, if I may share, bullying has lasting effects. I was bullied in high school, and reunions make me encounter my bullies again, which makes me hate reunions altogether. Plus, bullies expect victims to move on because we're adults. They don't acknowledge the lasting effects. Thank you. So that brings up a good point, because, yeah, like you Coach mentioned earlier, that it
Yeah.
does have lasting
Until
effects.
today, I still feel.
Actually, what's the name of the person that messaged you?
Joyce.
Joyce, I feel you. That's one of the reasons.